So we're going to be watching the former Secretary General of the Communist Party of China, Hu Jintao. I'm not sure if I actually pronounced that correctly, but forgive me. So some of the context of this is the 20th Congress of the Communist Party. There are 2,300 delegates from all over the country meeting, and this gentleman believes in maintaining a good U.S. relations and is an opponent of forceful solution to the Taiwan issue. So Hu was in office during 2002 to 2012. Hopefully some of you history buffs, or, if you're live and you still remember, could remember what was going on during that time. I won't say much more on it, but first there was George W. Bush and then Barack Obama. And we had very cozy relations and a whole bunch of military court cases that were kind of swept under the rug, but mentioned for selling secrets to China. That's what I remember. Sure, you remember who the Secretary of States were as well. So let's get into this. So he is being escorted out. So he fights him on his arm. The guy is obviously being very kind because they could be extremely rough if they wanted to. He pushed back. He did not want to leave. And he lets go. I'm sure he is saying something to him to verbally encourage his cooperation. So it looks like the gentleman on the other side of Hu is trying to help him up and then obviously gets away from him as he continues to really push himself back down. So even the people around him, not just Z, want him out. And something about this red folder with this gentleman, I don't know what this red folder is, but apparently they've all got one. And he's got control of it, and he's using it to really distract himself to this very awkward situation. Humans do not like conflict, and they don't like watching other people in conflict, even if it's justified. If you've got a murderer and the situation for which he is being manhandled about is past, the time is gone, but obviously the law is the law. Nobody likes to watch him get manhandled. There has to be a psychological reason for it. So when you see it and you have really no context or an idea, it's kind of like, ugh, or is it really that bad? There's no violence here. It's not coming from him. Why are we doing this? But obviously, as you see, all the people around, even though you saw a little bit of stress on the little folder, they want him out. You do not see faces of concern. Curious watching maybe on some of them. And some of them look like they have disdain. More to the gentleman that is almost completely off camera with the red, well, they all got red ties. And then you got the gentleman behind, arms crossed over each other, just waiting for it to be over. So this cuts. We don't actually see him get up. So we don't know how much fighting happened. Obviously, nothing on the desk is, a mess. Cups aren't knocked over. Papers aren't flying everywhere. But eventually he gets taken forcefully, I would say, because they've got his hand on his arm and the gentleman is not letting go. And he's still trying to fight and go back. And apparently the carrot in this situation is that red folder because they keep showing it to him and then leading him away. Maybe it's a status symbol. The red folder says, oh no, you're still part of government. We're going to take you and it outside the room. And even Xi had stress on that as well. You see it really in his mouth as the gentleman finally begins to walk behind him and right before he taps him on the shoulder. We have no idea. It seems like it was reassurance from Xi to him. When you see the positiveness, the gentleman is more agreeable to move in the direction that his escorts want him to go. I would opinionate this would seem to be a message not to the Chinese, but to us.
If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.